VA math. You would not believe the amount of times I get questions about that from clients, from people here on YouTube, just general conversation. How does that work? Great question. Extremely difficult to explain, which is why I have avoided doing a video on it for this long. But here I am. I'm going to make an attempt. I'm sure there are other videos out there that do a great job. So if you have found one that you like that really speaks to you, please link that in the comments. And if you have further questions, even if it's not about the schedule of ratings or the VA math, please put those in the comments. I'd love to get ideas from you all. So without further ado, VA math. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, this is the way I calculate the real ratings for my clients. I use this. There are great online calculators. Many of the larger law firms that specialize in VA disability have calculators. Use those if you want to. But this is a foolproof way. This is from VA's own website. As of this recording, if you Google VA combined ratings table, this will come up as a PDF and you can print yourself a copy. This is what I just use all the time. So you get your ratings code sheet. I have another video on that. I will link it, or my team will link it here. So get your ratings code sheet, start with your highest rating and go from there. So let's pretend for this example that you have a mental health rating at 70%. And that's your highest rated condition. And then let's pretend you have the next rated condition would be a 50% sleep apnea. Let's say that, okay? So I go here on the sheet. This is so old school, y'all. But I go to 70 on the left, and then I go over to the 50, and that means your real rating, if you have a 70 and a 50, your real rating is 85. 85 rounds up to 90. So you've been paid at 90%, or you are being paid as a 90% disabled veteran. And it's really important to know what your real rating is so that if you are going to file for an increase or going to file for new disabilities, you know whether that's going to move the needle at all, right? So if you're paid at 90%, but your real rating is 94, you only need 10 or 20% to get you to 95, which would then put you at 100%. So some would say that would be worth it, right? But if you're at 85 and you're just going to file for something that's going to get you 10 or 20%, well, 85 plus 10 or 20% is 87 or 88. You're still going to be at 90. So you're going to have gone through the whole claims process or appeals process and not have moved the needle at all. I've also talked in previous videos about knowing the schedule of your disability, like what are the different rating percentages for that disability. So for instance, migraines or sleep apnea we just used, right? 50% is the highest you can get for migraines. So if you're already at 50% for migraines and you file for an increase, it's not going anywhere. There's nowhere to go. You've already capped out on migraine. Again, just be informed. Don't willy-nilly throw a bunch of things at the wall and hope for the best. It's really helpful if you have a plan and if you know what your real rating is. So VA math in general works. So I just use this chart because it's easier than trying to figure it out on paper. When I took the exam to become an accredited claims agent, I learned to figure it out on paper because you couldn't have one of these, and I was afraid there would be a question about it. I don't remember if there was or not, but I did learn how to do it by hand, so I'll just go ahead and tell you if you want to do it by hand. It goes off of a percentage, so like, let's pretend when you entered the military, you were 100% healthy. Most of us entered when we were young, and we probably were 100% healthy. So there you go. So you're 100% healthy, and then you get out and you file for a disability. And let's go back to the example, and let's say you have a 70% mental health rating. Okay? 70% of you is disabled, but 30% of you is fine. So then when you get another disability rating, like the 50% for sleep apnea, they take 50% out of the 30% that you are. I know this is really confusing. This is why I've not done a video until now. So 30 50% of 30 is 15. 70 plus 15 is 85. And that's how you get 85. Another way to look at it, which I saw in a comment once, and it just was a huge aha moment for me, is to think about it as if you are shopping at a store. And sometimes they'll have these deals where it's like 50% off and then another 50% off. Well, it's not free, right? You know they're not giving stuff away. So let's say that thing was $10 and 50% off is $5, and then you get another 50% off, so it's $2.50. That's the same way VA disabilities work, just like a sale, if that helps you. Or just get the PDF. It's way easier than trying to do all of that. Now, there is bilateral factors. Because this wasn't confusing enough, VA will put a bilateral factor in if you have disabilities on either side of your body. So radiculopathy is one that I see a lot. You'll have radiculopathy in both legs. Let's say it's 10% in both legs. Well, then you get an extra bilateral factor of 1.9. So 10 and 10 is 19 in VA math. And then you get another 1.9 as a bilateral factor. In that example, it doesn't move the needle at all because you're still at 20%. But in some examples, in some iterations, it does. So like, let's say you have bilateral, like both of your legs neuropathy, but then you also have a knee rating and a foot rating, like that can start to really snowball, and the bilateral factor can really make a huge difference. That's probably just gonna need to be a whole nother video, and I'm gonna need to rest up before I do that. All right, I hope y'all have a great day. Again, put any further questions in the comments, and I'll try and get a link to this PDF as well so that y'all can just download this because it makes your life a lot easier. Have a great day.